All right, welcome back, universe, to episode 20 of season 3 of Off the Rails. Woo!
Yeah.
We're here with former Marine Mike Eshaq, creator of the Ed and Mo Show, stand-up comedian, producer, director, actor, and so much more. This is going to be a great episode.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. Gary Zajackowski. Woo! Gary, you're Polish, right?
Welcome. Very Polish.
Molly and I knew that the moment you got out of the car. We're so German.
Hey, all right.
I don't know what that guy has, but I want it.
It's a Japanese car. Come on.
So, hey, if you're interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at cbhsr.com or give him a call, 414-235-0763. Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty would love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And like and share this episode because someone you know might need a laugh, and this could be what they need in this time. So I'm back. Took 3 weeks off because 3.5 years nonstop. I had some vacation time built up, but it was pretty cool sitting there watching.
Welcome back.
Thanks. And thanks for noticing my haircut. It was cool watching the late night shows do their stuff and seeing how bunk they are. Like, now they're catching up to us. Okay, how's it feel, guys? So let's see how this bad joke monologue goes. Molly.
Yes.
Hit the new bad joke monologue thing.
We don't have it yet.
Oh, God, it's so good to be back. It's changed. I love it.
We don't have it yet.
All right. So let's just start with first addressing Will going rogue, and took a stab at me, and his entire friends list blew up because William said, you can't call yourself a comic if you don't do a paid weekend in a comedy club. And everybody went mental on his page.
And that was a dig at you because you call yourself a comedian. And I probably should have just sent a regular message to you because I didn't even think anybody's going to notice it.
All right.
There's people that some towns don't even have comedy clubs. You have to do bar shows. I'm not knocking people that do bar shows.
All right.
I'm knocking you.
Bam. Check it out. I'm a comedian now.
Okay.
I'm a sit down comedian because standing up is I got to do the whole freaking thing. So I guess
no, you have to stand up.
Nope, I can't. Got the camera, got adjusted. It's a whole freaking hour for your 2-minute bit. We ain't doing that. So I'm guessing that real comedians don't have a second job, do they, Will?
Damn.
Oh, because you know what? I don't have a second job.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That second job was raising 2 sons into the men that they are today. So I couldn't go on the road and do comedy clubs.
You know what?
I was taking care of kids, single parent, raised.
I don't
done.
go on
You've
the
triggered
road.
him.
I don't go on the road. Right here, this camera, this is my stage.
You
And
got a
it
few
goes-
birds, man.
It goes to the whole world. You're traveling around the country, going town to town, city to city, night after night, and I hit them all at once. I comedy smarter, not harder, Will.
Do you really?
Damn.
That's in Grafton, Wisconsin. No offense.
No offense, right? And a lot of the followers that you have are from my friends list.
Okay. Well, you wait until some Saudi prince sees this and drops $10 million in our Patreon account, and you want your cut. You know what you got to do? Call me a fucking comedian.
No, what I want to do, what I want to know is what Molly's going to have to do for that money for the Saudi prince.
That money's in my bank account. You
want to have to show her ankles.
Strings are attached to that, buddy.
Would you call me a comedian for 3.3 mil?
I would stand on principle.
You would stand it, yeah.
Of course I would, but 3.3 mil.
3.3 mil.
Show me the money.
Yep. I thought we had a man of principle. I guess we have a whore.
Well, for 3.3 million, it's good.
Awesome.
For what you get at a club for a weekend, you'd call him a comedian, probably.
Damn right. So let me get back to what I do here. All right, let's get back to the bad joke monologue. We'll get an intro next week, hopefully. I leave for 3 weeks, say all I want is an intro, but okay.
Yes, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale gigolo sentenced 18 months in prison for underreporting his income.
That's good.
I'd say let him slide because there are plenty of girls that I would never admit to banging.
Oh.
He just didn't want people to know. What can I say? I can't afford top shelf escorts. Charles Barkley lost weight because he was worried about being lifted in a chair at his daughter's Jewish wedding.
Oh, wow.
The Jews can build the pyramids, but there's no way they're getting the round mound of rebound off the ground. Easier to change the venue to the bottom of a pool.
Around mound rebound.
Ex-Illinois teacher Gary Broderson convicted for pouring liquid nitrogen on a male student's chest and groin area.
Ugh.
I know of at least one kid that prefers remote learning. Last time I was in the classroom, dude poured liquid nitrogen. I'm a dick.
Ugh.
I like being at home. Big news in the royal family this week. And just like stalking your ex on Facebook, everybody is super interested. We broke up with England 245 years ago, which means you will have zero hope of not stalking your ex on Facebook. Ooh, I got a cricket smile. I turned it into a funeral home.
You give him the
Nobody
crickets.
likes the... I can't find it.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Found it.
Major, the dog, got kicked out of the White House for biting a staffer. You can stick your wiener in a staffer's mouth, but you just can't bite them. So now we know where the line is drawn. This is okay. This is not. Right there.
I fucking like that crazy dog biting people, though. That's awesome. The staffers and everything. That's awesome.
California man
is
who
pretty
killed his wife, propped her up on the couch so the kids could open their Christmas presents, and he's facing 25 years in prison. And the cops got there just in time that he couldn't even use his world's best dad mug that the kids got him.
Aw.
A new study shows that people who fool others are most likely to get fooled themselves. You guys like doing pranks?
Yes.
Yes?
Top me off.
Thanks for paying attention here, guys. You guys are just great. We'll just skip that one. All right. Arizona man sues Costco pharmacist when the pharmacist joked with his ex-wife about man's twice canceled erectile dysfunction medication. First off, culture can go fuck itself for canceling this guy's ED medication. And also, he should drop the lawsuit because he has no hard feelings.
No.
All right. And finally, during the pandemic, the average single person is masturbating 3 times per day. Will is older than dirt, and he'll even tell you that those are rookie numbers.
I used to hit some good numbers, but
Molly,
not
hit it.
anymore. I don't give a fuck about that.
That's just dudes bringing up the average for guys like Will, though.
Mike's.
Hell yeah.
All right, welcome back to the universe. This week we're with the man of many talents, Mike Eshaq, comedian, actor, and shows like Detroiters and Comedy Central. Grayson Frankie on Netflix, filmmaker, director, sketch writer, producer on Swamp People, and an unbelievable resume that we will get into. But first, we also have Gary Zajackowski here, Milwaukee comedian. Hey, everybody. First, Molly, what do we like to
This
do?
dude's done fucking everything, and you're like, in this asshole.
The hot seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, yeah! It's the hot seat! Hot seat! Off the rails!
All right, everybody jump in. First question is, would you eat haggis? And this question comes because some listener mailed the can of haggis to my house that you guys were talking about. I got to the door and I'm like, can of haggis, cool, but can listeners find me this easy?
That's great. What does this say the contents are? Because I want to know what's in it.
Ugh.
Okay.
Venmo me
You ever have
$5. I'll eat it.
Lamb lobes, oatmeal, water, suet, onion, salt, spices.
Is it actually
What
in
the hell are
the
lamb lobes?
What are lamb lobes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are lamb lobes?
It's normally in a sheep's stomach.
Come on, man. You're from the Middle East. You've had that lamb load stuff. You've had everything.
Nah,
from it.
man.
No?
Nah, in the Middle East, I think we throw that shit out. What the fuck is that?
Portions
Lamb
of
lobes.
lung.
Digging through your trash and throwing it in a can.
It's sheep's lung. It's 45% sheep's lung.
45.
Yeah, nah.
45% sheep's lung.
Well,
What
not
is that though? By the way,
haggis? It's some like
I've never
Scottish-
heard of that stuff before.
Even the fucking can is wearing
Oh,
a kilt.
It's
A
Scottish
kilt.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
a Scottish.
It says empty contents into a saucepan and heat, gently stirring occasionally until warmth through. For a real Scottish flavor, add a wee dram of whiskey before serving.
Yeah,
So-
I would lead a lot of whiskey for
The
that.
can is plaid. That's how you know it's real.
We were talking about food, and we ended up talking about haggis on last week's show because I went to Scotland and I brought a can of haggis home for my parents, and it's still sitting in their kitchen, and that was my senior year of high school, so a long time ago.
I think I prefer fresh haggis. I don't.
So-
A wee dram is a shot of whiskey.
Okay.
A shot of whiskey. So Tom is going to try this, and I'm going to film
Yeah.
his reaction.
Yep.
We're going to see what
Are you
we
gonna
think.
try it right now?
No,
No,
I
you
got to
gotta-
heat it up, and I need a wee dram of whiskey.
There's people who eat this every day, and you're making their food like a circus.
It's
fucking-
45% lamb lung.
I don't think it would be good cold at all. We don't have any way to heat it up.
You should bring that to like a local food drive. They'd be like, I don't know what to do with this.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if I trust anybody in that region to tell me what to eat, to be honest. You know, I mean, like if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Ireland that like had potato famine and then
Yep.
they were starving to death, but yet they could have went fishing?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They're on an island. They're surrounded by food.
Ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
they do chips pretty good.
Yeah, but they couldn't make the chips, so the whole fish is just
Hey,
out the
I'll
window.
tell you what, the things those people can do with a
All is
potato.
lost.
I'd rather die to eat just the one. You know, fuck them.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, Mike, would you consider me a comedian? I don't
What
travel.
do I consider a comedian?
Yeah.
So
Since
do you,
Will
do you do you go on the road at all?
No,
He's never done stand up.
I've done stand
Well,
up.
yeah. Okay.
But
So
I'm a
Williams.
comedy writer and podcaster.
They're calling this the hot seat, and this seat is actually quite cold.
It's cold in here.
Mm.
Well, we can find out what you think.
We won Best Comedy Podcast in Wisconsin in 2019.
Great
No?
podcaster. That doesn't make you a great comedian.
Comedy was our category.
It doesn't make you a comedian. I mean,
don't
that my
You get to
Right.
your own category.
yeah, my impression of a comedian is a
You
guy
were
that
nominated.
gets on stage and
That's
performs on stage. That's a comedian, comic, whatever you want to call it.
Comedian.
Semantics. I
Well,
write.
there's
and
a
do this.
difference between comic.
I
and
would
comedian.
even
Well, some people say there is, but not in
Hold on,
my
Mike.
book. Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, I would go as far as to say that I would allow someone to call themselves a comedian if they were a hustling open micer. Like if I see somebody who's hustling almost every day at an open mic trying to become that comedian, there comes a point where I can call that person a comedian, so long as they're on that trajectory to start doing shows, you know. But to me, it's like if you're not doing shows, I don't think you can call yourself a comedian, but you can call yourself a comedic writer, or you can call yourself, you know, a podcaster of a comedic themed
podcaster.
show. Yeah, you know, but to say a comedian, I really think that really means that, you know, you are on stage with a microphone orchestrating laughs.
That's exactly how I feel.
okay. I'll
So,
take it.
All right.
You have to take it.
I
Did you
have
hear
to.
his list of credits?
I don't.
Sorry, Tom. It's over. Don't even ask me what I
Yeah,
think.
you know, I want to ask you about the Grace and Frankie. Like, what season was that? Because I want to find that episode. What did you do on that
That'd be
show?
great for the interview.
I didn't really do much. I didn't do much. I had just one line. Whenever I get like these bits, like they're like little small guest star roles, whether I have like one scene or one line. But I only had like one line in that Grace and Frankie show. I think it was season 5, episode 2. But the best thing about that was honestly being able to hang out with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin in between takes. And I think one of the coolest things I witnessed was watching Lily Tomlin bitch out Jane Fonda because she wasn't doing her take that well. Like Jane Fonda was like in between takes, too busy like calling up her assistants to like take care of certain business. And like Lily Tomlin came in, bitched her out and said, "You're not doing these takes like I need you to. My close up is coming right now. You need to start running lines with me. And she made Jane Fonda run lines with her for 15 minutes. It was insane to see these heavy hitter actors in their 70s running lines like it was a theater appreciation class at a community college. So to me, like, yeah, I may have only had one line on that, but one thing I took from being with them was no matter how old you are, no matter how high your status is, the grind has to always be there.
Yeah.
They're
It
both
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Somehow
legends.
Lily Tomlin would be a ball buster. That's awesome.
I think I saw her do a meltdown. They had a thing of her on the movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but that she just went off. So she's a comedic genius. Seriously,
I love her. I love her. Both.
And she's from Detroit. And then we talked about Detroit and how, like, when the riots hit, she was in Minnesota doing a show when she was a teenager, and then she ended up calling home because she heard something was happening in Detroit, and her brother happened to be coming back to the house to retrieve something when the phone was ringing. And she said he picked up the phone and said, "Lily, when you come back to Detroit, don't come back to the house because it won't be here."
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she goes, and then we moved to Highland Park, and I was like, damn, Highland Park is a shithole now. Detroit's nicer than Highland Park, but yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
So I am sorry for interrupting. Lou. Go on with the hot seat question.
The hot seat question. We're going back to that. I was ready to go. I'm not. Oh man, now this seems stupid.
I do that sometimes. I just get into the thing and start doing the interview a little early.
Can you bend your fingers like that? Like middle finger and then keep the other one straight.
You're asking me if I could do that? Like, can I do this? Hold on. Like that?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You can't do that?
Funky.
I'm also double jointed too, though, so I can also do this.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Look, he's got his middle. My pinky goes.
The only way you can do it is if you put that dopey fucking look on your face too. That's part of it. You look,
Yeah, put that dopey look on your face.
I can't do that. Oh no, I saw it the other day and I tried doing it and it was like his pinky.
Well, he came to me and he's like, "Can you do this?" And I was like, yeah."
you will be
I don't know.
assimilated.
Am I
Is this-
doing it right? Am I
That
doing
was-
it wrong?
Yeah,
I'm like, "Is this a trick?" Apparently,
Yeah, your pinky's kind of going like mine does.
it's photoshopped. That's what it is.
apparently not very many people can do that. There's something with the way your fingers.
Oh, now you got it. Now
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it. There
Who
you go.
does?
Mike's got it.
That's really weird. I don't understand what's the big deal about this.
I don't either.
I don't know. I
don't
can't-
get
Tom,
it.
put the last two fingers together.
I can't do it.
I
I don't know. It was just something weird I came across.
Is it the middle finger that he's doing it with?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Or
middle
is
one.
it the ring? Yeah.
That's the middle finger.
Middle finger.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. All right.
I don't
Took a
get it.
while.
What's so I don't understand what's so interesting about that.
I don't either. I don't
He wanted to show us what coasters we're going to be putting our
Well,
beers on soon.
I think the article was saying not many people can do that, but it seems like he's the only one in this whole group. that
Yeah,
can.
it's really rare that people can do that.
Is
And
that
I'm
like-
like,
is
I
that like
found the
movies?
like 5 people on Earth that can do it besides me.
Hey, we're super talented. What can we say?
Yeah,
It was
I think-
supposed to be a weird thing, but I'm the only one that's normal, I guess.
I think
you
that
can't
was a
do it.
Bunk article.
Don't point that at
All right, what's the weirdest fact you like to show off with?
Who, me?
Yeah, weirdest fact you like to show off with,
The weirdest fact about me?
or about just the fact. Like, for example, I always tell people, "Do you know what the nipple rule is?"
Oh no, what is the nipple rule?
Nipple rule is animals normally have children half of the amount of nipples they have.
Huh.
So if you see a dog with like 8 nipples, they're normally supposed to have 4, but if they have 5, 2 of them are twins. That's the nipple rule.
Oh.
So
All right.
There's a hell of a
Well,
It's like universal across
not
all
allowed to
species.
have more.
I
If
know,
you
I know
have
like
more, you can only have double because then it's twins.
I know like just dumb history facts, like why are the Minnesota Vikings called the Minnesota Vikings?
Why
What
is
is
that?
That's because that's where the Leif Erikson, the first Viking ever landed in America, and they
What do you think of
found
Minnesota?
what's that?
Helicopter.
Yeah, how do you get to Minnesota?
Through Nova Scotia. They landed in Nova Scotia and then they trekked and ended up staying in Minnesota. And they hung out with a bunch of Native Americans. And then archaeologists later on found Viking technology in the remains of these Indians. And then they started to realize, well, Leif Erikson got there before Christopher Columbus. So he's actually the first person to land in America.
That's fun.
What was the Viking technology?
What was it?
Metal.
Was it like
Viking
shark
weapons,
meat?
Probably.
Oh, I have no idea.
Instead of iron, they probably made steel or something that
Oh
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
All right. What's the best Girl Scout cookie?
I like the lemonades. Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Cinnamon.
Thin mint. Mike,
They had
you
this
got
one with peanut butter. I forget the name of it, but wasn't there a peanut butter one?
Yes, I like the peanut butter one.
I
too.
like the Thanks a Lot, and they got rid of them this year.
the Thanks a Lot are like a shortbbread cookie with a
Chocolate.
layer of chocolate.
Dude, they're like $6 a box now.
They're
It's like,
getting
what
nuts.
the
They're getting
F,
ripped off,
man?
buddy.
Yeah, no. That's the last thing I need is cookies anyway.
Tom's mom buys them and then gives us some. So.
All right, Mike, you're a big guy. You're an ex-Marine. How long would you last in the zombie apocalypse?
Probably an hour.
An hour? I'm giving you more than an hour.
Nah, I probably would. Dude, I don't listen, man, I'm Marine or whatever, man. I don't know about you guys, but I can't watch surgery videos. Can you watch surgery videos?
Absolutely.
Can you guys watch that shit?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in surgery. I've watched surgery.
It depends what the surgery
I was in the
is.
military. I was in the operating room.
Depends what the
Okay, so
surgery
then
is.
yeah, you could. I'm squeamish about that shit, and I can't do it, dude. You know, even though I was a Marine and everything, I don't know. I just think if I saw a bunch of zombies, I would just off myself.
You don't think fight or flight? You'd
When you see a
get over
zombie
it?
take down someone you love, you'd get the rage.
Isn't it more about like how
Well,
long?
yeah, that would be different. I would
Yeah,
just
but let's
assume
be
that
honest,
everybody I know just got it. Yeah, I would assume everyone I know would be donezo, and then there'd be no one for me to protect, and then I would just be like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I
Fuck
want to get
this.
caught in the blast, the original blast, vaporized. I'm like, I'm done.
You want to be
I'm
one of the original-
Exactly.
No, I don't want to be a
zombie?
zombie. I want to be gone. Just,
Well,
Mm.
you'd be a zombie.
You're
No,
coming
those are the
close to
ones-
being a zombie. You're getting infected all over your body.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now his thumb's infected.
You know, I had the COVID back in December, and then I'm
Oh,
getting
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
infections that are coming.
Where were they, Will?
My finger.
Yeah.
Where was the other one,
The
Will?
first one was my penis. It got huge.
An abscess dick.
I had an abscessed dick, and
Can
I
I
think
get
it's
that shit?
dude. It wasn't pretty though.
He had-
It wasn't a good looking dick.
He
It
had
wasn't
one of those-
photogenic.
It wasn't. Yeah.
His dick has teeth, actually.
No, I had to go see when my doctor gave me the antibiotic. It started to go down. I had to go see her for a follow up, and she says, "I feel a lump there. Let me make you an appointment
She?
to go see." Yeah,
Nice.
Let me make you an appointment to go see a urologist. And I go see the urologist. Because it's just an abscess. It'll go down. I got an abscess on my dick.
I got a
I
question.
knew
Though.
it. Yeah, you get them on your teeth. I never heard of an abscess.
Is that the thumb you use
Gross.
to crank down with?
No, I'm
Okay.
left-handed.
Okay,
So,
you
and
got it
trust
on the
me,
right?
Don't
I was gonna say maybe you moved it.
I haven't really been in the mood for that.
wait. Don't abscesses like hurt when your heart beats? Didn't you just feel like when every time you pissed, it was just like. Boom, 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 boom.
I kind of liked it.
See the
You
sheet
felt
move.
something for once on
I
there.
missed my abscess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absence.
So no, Mike, how long were you in the Marines?
I did 4 years and I got out. It was enough for me.
Go anywhere?
Oh, let me set them up real quick here.
Okay, go ahead.
Were you in the American Marines?
Fuck you.
That was your joke, man. That's
I
how much
know it is. I know.
you up.
That is one of my jokes. I do get that. Whenever I get that, that's when I know I'm dealing with someone who's kind of racist. You know, they just
Oh,
like.
no, I watched your clips on your.
People
No,
actually
I know.
seriousness?
Yeah, he's got a whole
I'm
bit on it.
sorry.
People actually asked you that in all seriousness. You've had that question asked of you.
Oh yeah, one of my jokes is that, and that's because that actually happened. As a matter of fact, it happened on the set of a movie, and one of the extras, which is this Korean girl, was just striking a conversation with me, And yeah, she was like, "Oh wow, you're a Marine?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "United States Marines."
That's a typical stupid girl thing to do.
That happens a lot. It happens a lot, and I hate to say this, it's always women. Always women. It has
did you
nothing
bang
to
her?
do. No, not at all.
No, I know. It's, sometimes you see somebody and they're hot, and then something like that comes out of their mouth, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I would have hooked up with her, but my dick doesn't like racist people.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't blame it.
Yeah.
I
My dick is a better person than me. Is basically
Every time you bang a racist, you get an abscess on your dick.
Will.
I'm from the deep south. I'm sure I've banged quite a few racists. I just don't get into any conversations with them about it.
Wham, bam,
You'd rather
thank you,
find out
ma'am.
later.
Yeah, you find out later, you go, hey, I can't hang with you anymore.
I gotta go.
Yeah, for real.
I did the clip that you had of that bit, and it was really funny.
Now everybody's going to say I'm a racist.
No.
Bit.
In all fairness, he wanted to watch some of your work and it's kind of have some questions to ask you.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it.
Took the time to watch your stuff because I told him you were really
Too
good.
much explanation.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, you can either run.
Listen, guys, I swear.
You can run at 100 miles an hour, or you can fly at 2 miles an hour. Which would you rather do?
I would fly, man. Who the hell wants
But
to
you're
run
just
at
cruising
100
at 2 miles an hour. That's as fast as you can go.
Yeah, man. Take you forever somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you get better. There's more of an advantage of cruising at 2 miles because I mean, if you were to cruise 2 miles an hour completely up, then your trajectory way down, you could cover actually more mileage.
One of those flight suits.
That's what I was wondering.
You just turn it off and flight suit, and then
you
back
go
up.
faster with your. Yeah, that'd be fun.
You'll go faster as you go down, and if
like a
you're
roller coaster.
higher, well, I mean, if you're higher, don't you cover more ground?
Absolutely.
What was
You
that
don't have to
thing
jump
they
over
used to-
shit.
I think so.
Right.
So
Just
it's like
because
roller
running
coaster
100
where you-
miles an hour.
If you go up and then
hurdling?
you turn off the flight in the flight suit,
and you
you know,
fall.
you
then
could spread
coast.
your flight suit and just coast down.
Yeah, but the problem with running 100 miles an hour, this is where are you running? If you're running in a city, you're going to have to stop to make turns. You're going to have to stop for people. You're going to have to stop for buildings. You
You'd have
know,
to stop for a knee replacement.
You'd have to have,
exactly.
you'd have to just have the
Access to your
quicker
dicks.
reaction where everything else around you slows.
You can get away
So-
from the police, though.
Did we just knock down everything about the superpowers the Flash has?
Yeah,
The
right.
Flash doesn't fly, he just runs really fast, but it's like there's shit in the way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
but his
Flash
reaction
is trash.
fast enough that he can
I don't know
navigate
if
around them.
But he's got flash reactions. You just got your reactions.
Oh, that would suck.
Damn.
We can't walk through this studio without tripping over something. What's going to happen if we go 100 miles
Just
an hour?
blind going that fast? No, that would suck. I would die.
That's what I'm saying. The flight is the obvious option.
Man,
Obvious option.
You go over water, too, you know?
I was dead
You
set.
go over border.
It seems like it'd be
You know?
fun.
You changed my mind.
If you're in the desert, it'd be dope because it's just fucking.
Oh yeah. Well then, but who wants to be there? You're trying to run away from there.
then you're in the desert.
You're fast. You're out of there
You
quick.
get sand all
Yeah.
over.
I don't know if you're that fast in the sand, though.
Right. How'd you get traction in the sand?
And I think there's less.
Dig a hole.
I thought the thing was you run 100 miles an hour
Yeah,
no
that'd be
matter
China.
the.
Oh, no matter
You know?
on water.
I
Now
don't
you're
know.
making up rules.
No. You guys made it. So wait, we're talking pavement.
We're
How do
talking
you-
about running in general, anywhere in the world, wouldn't we say?
And you can
Yeah.
run 100 miles an hour on.
I would run through the rainforest.
Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt.
Oh yeah,
I'd make it 3 feet into the rainforest before I'm in a tree like the coyote.
Yeah,
No.
fuck.
Fly over it slowly.
Yeah, slowly
Up.
It sounds peaceful.
and glide.
It does
It
sound
does
peaceful.
sound. It sounds peaceful.
It does. You'd be in that mist.
Float. Yeah.
Like
It sounds
fucking
like you can like
above the shit.
yeah, you can like float to California and then you just be on Facebook the whole time. It's nice.
That'd be a great prank.
Float to Hawaii. It might take you a while, but you go up and come back.
Yeah.
The heights is the thing that bothers me. I can't do heights,
Yeah.
man.
I
When
love
you're
heights.
over just blue water, how do you know where you're going though? Too.
Well,
You
gotta
go-
trust your GPS.
You go higher.
Fuck.
Just keep going higher till you
until
can
you see that
land.
island. Yeah.
Till you see land.
Or you land on a satellite and tap into it to figure out where you are.
Yeah, get
It's cold
shut
up there
down.
though. When you start
Yeah,
getting too
whoa.
high, you got to dress for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true.
You land on a desert island. You have 1 minute to explain to the natives why you shouldn't be sacrificed. What are you telling them?
Mm.
I think I'm cooked.
I'm delicious.
60 seconds.
Yeah, I'm Gary
That's
Z.
60.
You don't want to eat me. I have an abscess.
That might get you out of it. That's it.
I have abscesses. I'm riddled with disease.
Yeah, and I brought it to your people. All right, you're dead. You know, I brought communicable disease. Make the choice easy for
Yeah,
them.
I don't know.
60
Mike,
So
you
are
got
these-
that you
Are
could.
these okay? So you're on an island, and are these people that have never seen other people?
They speak English at least.
Yeah, they speak English.
That bare minimum.
I'm not sure. You don't know anything about them. You just show up and they're like, "We're gonna kill you unless you convince us no."
Hmm.
How would they speak
Pull-
English?
Pull out my iPhone.
The last
like
guy
it.
they killed.
Ooh, look.
Honestly, I just realized
And
how
then, and then they
Oh.
pull out their iPhones. They're like, ooh. look.
I taste
A lighter.
I couldn't convince myself to stay around if I had 60 seconds. You know, killing them.
So I could swim that way.
Yeah, no, I'm fucked.
Yeah, my mom will miss me. You guys don't want to make my mom sad.
Oh.
Yeah, show them a picture of my cute cat.
Some of us
Is that-
don't have moms, Tom.
Sorry.
Just give them,
Yeah.
give them
Mom
TikTok. Be
Day's
like, here you
coming
go.
up. We're
Have
gonna have
fun.
to suffer through it.
All right, and finally, before we get to the interview, what do you call the end of the loaf of bread? Those pieces?
The krutka.
Trash.
Trash?
We call it the heel.
You don't eat it?
the heel.
I eat it.
No, I called it the heel. You said the other day you called it the butt.
No,
I call it-
it the heel.
I call it the butt.
I call it the heel.
It's the butt.
No, they are trash though. I don't wear heels and I don't eat butts, so throw them in the trash.
You don't eat butts, man.
I don't eat butts.
Damn, you kidding
There
me?
we go. We got one right here.
Yeah, show us how you eat a butt.
It's a
No.
featureless
don't.
ass.
Will, show us how to eat a
You
butt.
got to get the lighting so you can see
That
the
is
crack.
that is the whitest white girl butt ever.
Ooh, yeah.
That butt is missing a
Oh.
dimension, man.
Oh,
It's glowing. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, for real.
Nice Irish girl there.
Yeah,
All right.
go eat some more potatoes, Irish girl.
The Polish word for the end of bread, by the way, is krutka.
Really?
Krutka.
Do you eat it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
When I was in Germany, they
Do you
would
think
call
I'm
it
rich? Yes, I
ni-
eat the ends of the loaves.
the nozzle, which is the nose. I've heard people call it the nose, the nozzle.
The
You
nose?
take peanut butter, you put it in one side, fold it over, and fucking
I used to do that with my kids.
Shove
I
it
told
down
you
your
about
It's like
that.
a
gullet.
hot dog bun.
For me,
Like-
the end of the bread is just the it stays on to keep the other pieces from.
Well,
fucking up the shape of the
fresh.
bag.
My sister was telling me my kids would never eat that. And I'm like, I'm making peanut butter and jelly. I turn it inside out and put the end in where they can't see it.
I don't
Then
even
none-
eat the slice that touches the end.
I forgot I was with a wealthy comedic podcaster
he doesn't
that can
even-
afford to
oh.
just get a new loaf of bread and
Just-
toss out the
Just take
ends.
the middle 5
And
pieces.
then he goes,
turn it-
we need more
Scumbag.
bread.
They have a pop.
Ah!
They have a
Yes.
popcorn machine in
Okay.
here. You don't get to see it, but they have a fucking popcorn. They're like,
Popcorn
you want
machine.
popcorn? It's like,
We got a
no.
beer fridge too, right over there.
Yep.
Do you want to get some shit in your teeth before we do
Hey,
podcasting?
If you come down the Midwest or whatever, next time we'll have you in studio, man.
Nice, dude. Nice.
You come here often?
Got all the beer and popcorn
You
you
come
want.
here often? Are you hitting on him?
No, I mean like you do the-
As he's rubbing that ass,
Got that tank
I
top?
know.
look like he's fingering that ass. Like keep fingering that ass, William.
Totally was figuring.
I'll save all the
it
ends of
needs
loaf
to
of
be a
bread
little
for you.
softer.
Please.
That's all.
He said he doesn't eat it. Send him to me.
William, you're gonna get us like banned off of
Oh,
Facebook.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to be on Facebook anyways.
I know.
All right.
Facebook is a terrific place unless you're a comedic podcaster.
All right. Check out the Big Laugh Comedy Network. We're on that. We're on Roku TV. There's a lot of fantastic things going on there. All kinds of great comedians. And I did not write down, but there's a big name there tonight. I will get back to you. Twisted Dreams Film Festival, June 4th to the 13th. Molly and I are assistant directors. It's going to be partially in theater. I think the winners are going to be in theater at the end.
We're still
Otherwise-
figuring it out.
Yeah. So it's the Wisconsin's largest genre film festival. Amazing time. Check out the Pop Culture Podcast. Me and Molly are on every Thursday at 7. We got some amazing guests. Molly, you're going to get the Railblazers Club going
Yes.
for the email and all the prizes that we're going to go pick up today.
Yep.
You guys got some announcements coming? What you guys got going on?
Oh,
I'm going to be fishing for some brown trout on the Milwaukee River later today.
You are poor, dude. You're going to eat them?
I'd eat them out of the lake
Yeah.
if they're nice and silvery. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
So I'm doing a Grandpa's a Comedy. That's going to be in Appleton coming up in April. And then I'm doing a weekend at Fort Wayne Comedy Club. You've done that club before, haven't you?
Yep.
So what I wanted to ask you before we go any further, because like you finished in the top 3 this year overall. How many times did you finish the top 3 in these satellites for the World Series of
Sorry,
Comedy?
Tony Hitchcliffe is going to be at Big Laughs Comedy in Austin.
Oh,
tonight.
nice. Tony Hitchcliffe. Good.
Yeah. Okay. We're back.
You killed Tony, guys. So like you got a bunch of, do you save your little trophies that you get from?
Yeah, I got those trophies all up in my apartment. I think I got like 14 of them or something.
Do you plan to do it this year at all? Since, I mean, like you were right there. I mean, you second, right? Overall?
Yeah, I came in second this last year, and I missed the World Series of Comedy first place by 1 fucking point, man. That's how close it was.
Oh, is that how close
But
it was?
yeah, Paul Conyers came in first, man. I couldn't ask for a better guy to go after, to compete with,
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
didn't
1
know
point,
the third
man.
guy.
Sorry?
I didn't know the third place guy, but I think he does some isn't
Adam
he
Yesner.
a show or something?
Doesn't he what?
Doesn't he like do a show or something? Like he works in TV or something as well?
I'm not sure.
I think you said
Yeah.
that. But anyway, Conyers, what I wanted to say, very tall guy. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, like he's a good guy, but I think you could have won as well, but those things happen. So I mean, you want to
Yeah.
try again?
I don't think I'm gonna do it again this year. I think maybe if I do it again, I might do it in a couple of years. This year now, though, I'm definitely focused on some other stuff, trying to achieve some other things this year.
You do a ton of
So-
other stuff. Did you start as a comic first and then get into like the producing and all that?
I started off as an actor first. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I ended up taking like acting classes in community college, and then a friend of mine named Adam Peacock one day was like, "Hey man, you want to go to the Second City and take improv classes? Because the Second City used to be in Detroit." And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So we took some improv classes, and I just started clicking with it really, really fast. So fast that within a month after taking those classes, they had auditions for the understudy program, and I got it. And it was like, whoa, okay. So this whole time I thought I was going to be doing regular acting. It just turned out that I was actually better in comedy. So I started doing improv. And while I was doing improv, I ended up picking up a camera, and I also started doing filmmaking and making sketch videos. And then one thing led to another. I created a web series called The Ed and Mo Show, which mocked the reality show. And it's shot and produced in a way where when you watch it, you think it was created by an entire TV production, but it was just created by me. And then that ended up getting me work in reality TV. So for 6 years, I ended up producing reality TV shows. And then the last big one that I did was Swamp People on History Channel. And then while I was on Swamp People on History Channel, I ended up having an intense mushroom trip in Indonesia. And I came back and said, why the fuck am I producing reality TV? I should go back into comedy. And now here I am.
What made
So
you go
mushrooms, do mushrooms.
That was it. That was your.
Also,
Mushroom. Every time I do every time I do an ungodly amount of mushrooms, I meet God. It's a female, and I always come back with a different trajectory in my life. Like it clears everything up every time.
It does
So-
kind of help rewire your brain a little bit. It's an experience that stays with you. It really is.
It really, really does, especially if you go in it with good intentions. If you go in it just to see,
Going right.
if you go in there just to see colors and stuff, that's one thing. But if you go in there with, looking for something, a lot of the times you'll come back with some type of an answer, and that answer sometimes is something you never thought that it would have been what it is. Like I never thought I was going to give up reality TV because it felt so good walking around saying that I'm a producer for these hit shows, you know. But when I tripped that hard on mushrooms, I came back realizing that my ego is the reason why I enjoy doing reality TV. I wasn't doing reality TV because it was the right thing or doing what I was supposed to be doing. It was just because it felt good that I could just flex and tell people, hey, look at me, I'm a producer. So yeah, it's very interesting. The mushrooms made me realize that I needed to humble myself and start from scratch again, you know?
And you could only get those in Indonesia, or?
No. But I love Indonesia, man. My family, even though I'm Arab from Yemen, my family have been living in Indonesia for over 100 years. So I love going there to travel. And Bali is definitely a fun place to travel. If anybody wants to travel, I highly suggest going there. And if you end up going there, hit me up because I know people there and what you should do there and how to have a good time there and where to get the best mushrooms and the
Do you go
full moon
diving?
beach parties. Yeah, I went scuba diving. That's one of the best places to go scuba diving too, because it's one of the most beautiful places to do it. And then it's only a quarter of a price to do the class and get your certification because it's so cheap there.
Yeah, aren't there like sunken ships and shit out there too from like the
Yep.
World War II and all that? Like,
Yeah.
my dad went diving out there. He said it was amazing.
Yeah, there's multiple sunken ships. There's the one Japanese ship that you can like go, which that sunk during World War II, and it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Is it safe for a couple of vampire white Germans like Molly and I to go there?
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
Yeah.
Indonesia is one of the most safest places for anybody to travel. And as a matter of fact, Bali, on top of all the places, is so safe that Bali is the only place I know that when you travel there, you'll meet a girl traveling by herself. And usually Bali is the place that they split up. So you'll see like a group of girls will do like backpacking, but when they get to Bali, it's so safe that they'll actually split up. So that's how safe Indonesia is.
Oh, wow.
They can't go
Yeah.
to the bathroom alone, but they're splitting up in Bali.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I mean, the bathroom is where the boogeyman is, bro. Shit.
No, but I want to ask you though, like doing mushrooms in Indonesia, what are like the drug laws there? I mean, is it stiff penalties? No, because I want to know, because you hear that area that motherfuckers will
I
kill
just
you.
want to go back. I want to go back. Okay, well, let me tell you. So in terms of the drug laws, like in Indonesia, you're not supposed to do drugs or whatever. Okay, but in Bali, there are multiple tiny little islands just outside of Bali. They're about a 1-hour boat ride away, and they're called Gili T, which is called Gili Trawangan, but for short they call it Gili T. Then there's Gili Meno, and then there's Gili something else. There's three little tiny islands. The islands are so freaking small that they don't have police.
Okay.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
great. Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying?
There are
So-
no laws. Let's go. Hell
There are
yeah.
no
but
laws. So then when you go to Gili T is devoted to partying, and then Gili Minnow is devoted to like couples relaxing. When you go to Gili T, it's an island that's only 7 kilometers in diameter. There are no motor vehicles because it's so small. Everything is driven by horse carriage. The island is filled with Muslims that are descendants of criminals, because the island adjacent to this tiny island is the island of Lombok, which is Indonesia's Australia. So whenever they had criminals, they would throw them into this island. So this island of Gili T has these descendant of criminal devout Muslims that love mushrooms.
Dope.
Right.
Isn't Bali
Yeah.
like a nightclub place too? Or am I thinking?
Oh yeah, no.
Probably
Well, Bali is got everything. It's got relaxation. It's got anything and everything you can think of that you want to do in Bali. It's there. But this tiny island just outside of Bali is devoted to partying. The whole thing is devoted to partying, and the mushrooms there grow like crazy. When you buy the mushrooms from the local, they freshly pick it, so it's not dry. It still has dirt on it. And then look how they give it to you. They take a banana leaf, and then they roll it into a cone, and they put a little toothpick in it, and then they put the mushrooms in the little cone, and then you buy that, and then that's how you get it. That's the packaging.
Almost like that.
I'm sorry?
That sounds like the way it's meant to be, almost like.
Right. Yeah.
How do you do mushrooms?
You just eat them.
Just eat them.
People make tea. People like crunch them up and put them into chocolate. But
Just
like,
raw?
I've always
Yeah.
just.
They taste
just
disgusting.
I actually like them.
I don't like
If you
them
like
at all.
mushrooms, like food mushrooms, they're just like very mushroomy mushrooms.
Look, this is the dairy state. You'd think they'd have a lot of mushrooms here.
We do.
The
Well,
cows.
We
the
go
cows-
around
Will's a
hunting
square.
every year, but that's just
No, I want the
food
psilocybin.
mushroom.
We did some
But
when we
guys-
went to Amsterdam and had a great time.
It's so much fun, man, and especially when you do it in a place like Gilly Tea, you know, because you'll walk around with all these mushrooms. Literally, no one will say anything. Like the first time we ordered them in Gilly Tea, I called this little Indonesian kid, and because I met him earlier, and then he rolls up to the restaurant that we're at, and the restaurant is on the beach, and there's families all around us and everything. He throws copious amounts of mushrooms on our freaking table in the middle of this family restaurant. Nobody says anything. I pay him. He leaves. The waiter runs to our table and goes, "You want me to put that in a salad?"
In English, like, what do you call them there? Are you just like mushrooms, or is there a cool word?
Oh yeah, even I mean, I don't even know how to say it in Indonesian, but everyone in Indonesia speaks English. And when they see a white person walking by, they're gonna be like, hey boss, mushroom, cocaine, mushroom, ecstasy."
Jesus.
So yeah,
Aggressive
you can just get anything you want there.
Aggressive pitch, cocaine or mushrooms, very different.
Yeah.
I don't think I should go.
Well,
now.
Oh,
Viagra, Cialis?
I'll go with the mushrooms over the cocaine.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be good for me.
Oh,
Southeast Asia is one of the coolest, most fun places to party, is what I gotta say. It's the most beautiful places to party too.
Do you see like ridiculously like large spiders and snakes and shit too? Like, is there anything like wicked,
It's gonna mess up your trip.
fucked up bugs?
You know, the funny thing is, no. Something about Bali and Gili Tea, it's insane that even mosquitoes are polite.
That's awesome. 'Cause if
You
I
know?
was on mushrooms and I feel like it's hot and humid and I see some like crazy bugs, I would not be thrilled about it, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, no, you don't see. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I've been going to Indonesia a lot, and I've only seen one really big spider one time, and that was the only time. You know, there's lizards everywhere.
That's sweet. Hell yeah.
All right.
You know,
In 31 hours, we can go for $1,274. How much are hotels there? I got the flight.
Sounds like you can sleep outside.
oh,
Sounds nice.
how much is the flight?
From Chicago, from here is $1,274 per person, or round trip.
Okay, if you use the app Skyscanner, it'll be cheaper. That's another trick. Definitely use the app Skyscanner, or yeah, it's really good. Skyscanner is great because what it'll do is it'll find you the cheapest price, and sometimes it'll mix up airlines. So it'll get you like one flight, you know, flying with one airline, and then the flight back with a different airline. 1,200 seems to be just about the going price flying out from the Midwest. But once you get there, you're Jay-Z rich. Like
No.
you're just
Have you been to
you're just
Nauru?
rich.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are you familiar with
Have I been to where?
Nauru? Are you familiar?
No, where's that?
It's like the most remote place I believe on earth, and like it's where after like 9/11, like Australia, I guess they just sent a bunch of like terrorist people there, and it used to be the most wealthy place per capita on the planet, and then they just stripped the surface of the island for some like mineral or some shit. Sorry, we were
Okay.
talking weird facts before. I thought I'd bring one to the table.
there you go. All right.
Well,
Nauru. Look it up. Nauru. It's pretty
Good
I'm
timing.
intrigued now. I'm
Everybody.
intrigued. Nauru.
Fucking nerd here.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So, we'll get back to Swamp People a little bit. When you produce that, how much of that is staged?
Oh man, you really want me to ruin this show right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's staged. I know it is.
I'm
Well,
sick of
well-
it by now. So,
Do you watch Swamp People?
yeah,
We've
but
seen
it's
it.
like 12 years old now, so I don't need to watch it anymore. You can ruin it.
Is that the alligator?
Yeah.
thing?
When I did it, I did season 4, 5, and 6, and the team that did those seasons, we were really, really focused on story. So if anybody watched Swamp People, you'll know that the first 3 seasons seemed like a normal documentary, and then when we took over, it became very, very story driven. It felt like a movie. It was very cinematic. I think we did an excellent job, but the foolery in this show is very different. So, for example, if you pay attention, they always wear the same hat, same shirt, same pair of jeans in every episode, every season. And the reason why we do that is so that we can mix and match days in editing.
And you save money on wardrobe.
Wow.
Well, not only that, you also save the ability, you also give us and the editors the ability to really make these scenes feel like 80 cameras are on the thing. So one of my favorite foolery things that I did was, in reality, I found footage of these 2 brothers going down the swamp, and then they noticed a baby fawn was in the water, struggling to get back on the bank, and it was going to drown. So they went and they picked the little poor baby deer up, was like Bambi, and walked it up the steep area, and then set him up on level ground and watched it walk away. And they did a little interview about how they felt good to save this little baby deer and everything. And when I got the footage, my job is to be like, this is not good enough. It's not good enough. We got to make it even better. So when you watch what I did with it, I took different pieces of footage from different days and different years, and I compiled them and edited it together so that when you saw the scene, what really happened in the show was, hey, look at that baby deer over there. Man, we got to go help it. But look, here comes an alligator. The alligator's coming for the baby deer too. Oh shit, we gotta get the alligator first before we save the baby deer. And then they fight the alligator, and then it turns out it's the biggest alligator of the season. The swamp gods have smiled down on the Chase boys and made sure that they got the biggest gator of the season for doing a good deed. And then they go to the baby deer and they pick it up and they put it on top of the thing. And how beautiful is that? And then the Twitter sphere blows up. Everyone thinks these guys are heroes, but in reality, they're racist assholes, and I'm the hero.
How many alligators died while you were making that show? Were they just like killing
What's
gators?
that?
How many gators did you see killed? Was it just like it just became so normal? Just
oh yeah, and here's the sad thing is we made the alligator seem like cunning, clever, strategic-minded monsters that are out to get you, that remember who you are. If you fuck with them, they're gonna find you later. Like, we made them really smart. They're not smart. They're so fucking stupid. And the majority of the time these guys fight these alligators, what they'll do is they'll hang rotten meat on a hook off a tree, and then they'll leave, and then they'll come back the next day to that same tree, and they'll realize they got an alligator on there. Majority of the time, the alligator has been struggling to get this hook out of the inside of its stomach, that by the time they get there, the alligator's done. It doesn't want to fight. So a lot of the times they just pick up the rope and the alligator's like, huh, and they just fucking pop it and put it in the boat. But sometimes they'll go to a line and you could tell that the alligator just bit. And when the alligator just bit, it's still aggressive. And when the alligator is aggressive, that's when we roll all the slow-mo camera footage. And usually what they would normally do in real life is they wouldn't want to fight the alligator. They would bring the alligator's head to surface just above the water, and then they would pop it right in the brain. But for cinematic reasons, when they find an alligator like that, they fuck with it. And they make the alligator fucking go crazy in the water and this, that, and the other thing. And we use that footage of the crazy alligator And then we will so let's say I have footage of you guys going on an alligator and the alligator's dead and it's not doing anything. All I got to do is switch that out with footage of a shot of an alligator that was angry. And now you think the alligator that they came across was an angry one, but it wasn't. And when it comes to humans, you can't tell the difference between one alligator and another. When you watch the season, you'll see the same alligator get shot 20 fucking different times and you'll never know.
You did ruin it for me.
So as an off, I'm furious right now. Did you get to were you guys just ever just silly cut away to just eating gator burgers or something? Like that would have been
No,
good.
they put them in a sauce pecan. I've had alligator. I'm from Louisiana, of course.
Alligator's delicious.
I had fried alligator bites in Des Moines, Iowa, of all places, and it was actually pretty fucking good.
It tastes like it's a fishy chicken.
Yeah,
Right.
But I mean, were you guys eating these gators that they were just killing all the time, or?
No. I mean, because I wasn't on the boats, so I was a producer that was basically I was directing episodes from an office, so I would have contact with the shooters on the boats, and I would relay to them what to do. Like tapes would be getting sent to me. So let's say one of you guys are the cameramen. You'll film for 2 days, and then we send a runner out to you. And then the runner will grab the tapes and bring it to me. And while you're out there shooting today, I'll be viewing the last 2 days that you shot. And then I will send you notes. And I will literally be like, hey, man, in this one day, Chase got kind of bit and was bleeding a little bit. This next time you go up, can you amp up that story again? Get an interview with him about that and see if he could talk about how that's going to ruin the rest of the season or whatever story plot points that we're trying to come up with. So when it came to actually being in the scene, I wasn't there. I was an important person in an air-conditioned office, so to speak.
That's the best position.
No, but what did they do with the dead alligators, though?
Well, they sell them. They weigh them and they sell them, and then they sell them to these wholesalers, and the wholesalers end up selling it to the retailers who they break it down and sell the skin and sell the meat, sell the bones. I think the bones are used for a whole bunch, all kinds of different things, So yeah, I think the alligator fat is used in a lot of makeup products. So yeah,
Can you tell us a little bit about Public Enemy?
Public Enemy or Public Yemeni?
Enemy.
Yemeni.
Yemeni.
Like enemy.
No, like someone from Yemen.
Yeah. So my family's from Yemen, and growing up, I used to love listening to Public Enemy, the rap group. I remember as a kid, I always thought the world was freaking awesome until I listened to Public Enemy, and I was like, man, black people have it hard, But yeah, I was really big into political rap as a kid, and and I'm a Yemeni, and I'm starting a podcast, and I'm going to call it Public Yemeni #1. And the reason why is because I'm always getting in trouble for what I say, because especially nowadays during cancel culture, there's nothing that I can say that is right. Like my ex-girlfriend, it's a few months ago, I took her out to Puerto Rico, and I posted one picture of us in Puerto Rico, and every one of my liberal cuck friends lost their goddamn mind, and they just came out to shame me for going on a vacation during a pandemic, even though I'm on a beach and there ain't one person on that fucking beach. Talk about social distancing. But yeah, I can't win. So I'm at a point right now where I'm going to start this podcast so I can force myself to get canceled, because why not? Might as well make money doing it,
Where can we find it? Do you have is it just gonna be on your Facebook page, or
Well, I haven't started it yet. So right now I'm building it. I just got the logo ready. And I think it's going to be a live show. Are you guys using Ecamm Live? What type of live app are you guys using? Can you let me ask it?
We'll get that. I just want to wrap up. Thank you very much, Mike Eshaq. Where can we find you?
Mike from Detroit. MikeFromDetroit.com. Mike from Detroit on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Pornhub. Mike from Detroit.
Pornhub.
Maybe.
Comics and bad today, no matter what you say.
All right, Gary.
What up?
Thanks for coming in. Molly, you got some reads for us real quick? Clipboard's on the ground right there.
You did put it on the ground. Like, where the hell did you put my clipboard? No, this still says Off the Reels, but you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere pretty much at Off the Reels TM. offthereelstm.com. You can
Patreon.
go to our website. We have a Patreon. You can go to our website, and if you shop Amazon, just click the link at the top of our website.
Click the freaking Amazon link. It'll take you right to Amazon. You shop like normal. We get a kickback.
Yeah.
Remember to like and share. You can't grow without share. Molly's clicking it. Here we go. Like and share this episode. There you go. Tell all your friends. Thank you very much, Mike Eshaq. And remember, universe, we
We're
are not good enough.
Yeah.